Hello, I'm Amethyst Geode, and one of the surprising changes about 1.17 is just how much more useful it makes the oceans. For real, this is a seed where you spawn on a survival island. It's about like normal, right? But one of the cool benefits of the ocean now is just how much easier it makes finding Amethyst Geodes. So on this seed, Toy Cat by the way, you gotta type that in all caps, you'll spawn literally 25 blocks away from one of these, an Amethyst Geode. Literally right here next to the spawn, you can get yourself some amethyst, which you can make tinted glass from, you can make the spyglass from, and also you can just get these delightful sounds that even the zombies are enjoying. And that is not all, because finding an Amethyst Geode is usually something that's kind of hard, that can't be done in the first 15 seconds of the game, but this is a seed that doesn't just have one of those right next to the spawn, immediately exposed in the ocean, but if you're at the spawn point, and yes, the seed really does spawn you on top of a tree, which is fun enough by itself, you can walk all the way around here if you want to, but if you just head this way instead, there's a second Amethyst Geode, and although lots of ocean floor Amethyst Geodes are going to be discoverable this way, the really great thing about this one is that you don't need a water breathing potion, you don't need a pickaxe or something like that to get in, you just need to swim down as fast as you can, because guess what, it's directly open air to a cave, which means you can get even more amethyst with these beautiful amethyst blocks. I mean, how can you not love these noises? And even better, the calcite, which you're going to need to farm across multiple geodes, is going to be found right over here as well. This is a really great win for any Minecraft player. 2 amethyst geodes is always better than 1, right? And you have both of those right next to your spawn. But the other reason the oceans are extra valuable in this update, I mean, besides the survival island feel, besides the fact that, by the way, there's a mushroom biome this close to spawn, which I think is already pretty cool. But if we go this direction from spawn again, so again, just to recap, if you want to see some coordinates for some useful things, right over here at these coordinates, you're going to be able to find yourself your first Amethyst Geode. Right over there at the coordinates on screen right now, you can find the second Amethyst Geode. And if you just go not that far from both those things across the ocean, then what you'll find is not a third Amethyst Geode, although there's a ton more on the ocean surface, but instead a shipwreck. And I recommend coming to this shipwreck partially because, I mean, sure, who doesn't love finding paper and a book and a treasure map? But in the second chest for this treasure ship, this ruined ship if you will, you're going to find yourself some coal, some rotten flesh, and what's that? Moss blocks. Yes, you can find the new moss blocks right next to spawn, alongside amethyst, alongside calcite, alongside the smooth base salt. It's really nice, it's really great, and it's one of the really fun benefits of this seed. If you need some more reasons as to why this island spawn is great, then hey, how about this? There is this fun ocean ravine, there's also this really fun tropical coral reef. Everyone loves these. Coral blocks are hard to come by sometimes. And then, oh, as I mentioned, there's an ocean monument over here. It's a very strangely facing ocean monument, to say the least, but it is an ocean monument, and that is really great for getting your hands on some gold and some other things. So yeah, Survival Island Seed, it's great. It's the seed I recommend if you want to get Amethyst Geodes as fast as humanly possible, but realistically, if you're starting a brand new world 1.17, I have a better recommendation I'd like to make than Toy Cat, which very funny, I know, because this next seed is keeping a little bit more with the theme of the cave update, and you really do have to see me generate this in a world, because you're not going to believe where you're going to be spawning otherwise, because hey, you start up a brand new world in 1.17, or in this case the beta, because we're doing it a couple days before the release, and you're like, oh, I'm very excited to see what happens, and oh, you spawn in water that literally pushes you into lava. You are this close to dying seconds away from spawn. But the reason I recommend this seed is not just because it's a challenge from the literal get-go, but also, by the way, did you know this is Seed Sunday, the weekly series where I show you seeds for Minecraft that are particularly interesting and worth checking out in some way, and you can subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. Did I do this too late in the video? I'm sorry if so. But also, look at this. There's deep slate literally in front of you at spawn. You don't ever have to mine cobblestone. I mean, you do have to mine cobblestone, but you can mine deep slate before you mine cobblestone if you want to, and that's pretty cool. You know what else is cool? Being able to get tough blocks before you get anything else, and you know what's even cooler than tough blocks and deep slate? You also have access to, in this same ravine, these dripstone blocks and dripstone pointed things. Dripstone caves don't exist yet in Minecraft, and won't until the end of 2021 indeed, but what you will be able to find are these kind of dripstone points in existing caves, and they'll obviously, if there's a block above them, they'll drip it off them, like this water coming off right here. It's really, really cool that this seed immediately, you know, like the seed before, you could argue, like, is it really at spawn if I have to break 3 blocks to get to Amethyst Geode? No, literally right here, you can see 3 brand new blocks plus the new pointed dripstone immediately at the spawn. You're in a slime chunk as well, which is even better. And because it's a cave technically, even though it's a ravine, an incredibly steep ravine by the way, good luck getting out of this thing. This is an extreme challenge seed, I'll admit. But also in this cave you'll find some glow lichens. So glow lichens, as it's definitely pronounced, as well as some pointed dripstone, as well as some tuff, as well as some deep slate. It's a really cool seed. The only downside is that it is a little bit of a challenge to start a survival game, but that's half of the fun, right? You have to get all the way out the ravine, chop down a tree, and then probably go back in if you want to do something. But again, I think that's half the fun of a wacky 1.17 seed. Also, just because I know you're thinking it, even if you're not asking it right now, did you know that there's actually another thing that's kind of special at spawn? Deep slate gold ore. Wow. Would you like it? I think a lot of the ores around here, because it's so low down, are going to be deep slate versions. So if you want deep slate redstone, for example, you can find it around here somewhere. Okay, this isn't the deep slate redstone, but there's a ton of deep slate, there's a ton of blocks, they're really cool. But also, if you do climb to the surface of the ravine, you'll notice how there's a dark forest here, a roofed forest. It's a pretty small one, which I really like in Minecraft. Oftentimes these things can last forever, it's really annoying. This is enough to get some dark oak wood, if that's your favorite. If it's not your favorite, you know what else you can find right here? That's right, goats. The goats are very goaty, unlike before, and on Bedrock, unlike Java, there is a real use for goats because the goat horn exists. I mean, is the goat horn really useful? Is a different question entirely, but there's some reason to want these guys besides their adorable jumps, and obviously also, if you want a place where it snows, so you can capture some, some powdered snow, here is the place to do that as well. Side note, that's a way we should be preparing for 1.17, I reckon. Speaking of ways we should prepare for 1.17, when this update comes out, you want an Amethyst Geode. Where do you find one of those? Not at that village over there, not at these pumpkins over here, which, as we've discussed before, are actually rarer than diamonds, but instead right here. You have to dig straight down from a mountain, so some goats will be judging you as you do this. I'm going to warn you right now, but if you dig down at -60, -44, then what you can find yourself is this, an Amethyst Geode. It's actually kind of a cool Amethyst Geode, in my opinion. Because of this, I know they always open out to like a cave, air quotes, but it's always fun to see, especially when you see it like this. And yeah, there's a ton of other Amethyst Geodes. Honestly, something that I think I should state right now, even though it's rare to have them super, super close to spawn, the truth is, you're going to have Amethyst Geodes in any brand new world that you generate after this update. I know that, as a seed guy, I should be hyping up as much as I can, like, oh yeah, the only seeds worth using are my ones. Do you like Toy Cat, by the way? It's very good, it's the best seed in the world. But the truth is, finding Amethyst Geodes is going to be doable on any seed. Finding all of these things should be possible on any seed. So what I want to focus on from now onwards is some weird combinations of these things. I love this seed, not because just it provides you with all these things. Also copper ore, there we go. Look at that, we're getting the full gamut of 1.17 features that are actually, in 1.7 exclusively, right in this same ravine. But the cool thing to me is like finding weird combinations of this stuff that you wouldn't have expected. That to me is the magic in seeds. That is the reason that I continue to search them. And that is the reason why Seed Sunday will be coming back for a little bit so we can do some fun 1.17 things over the next few weeks. Did you know ore veins have entirely changed from before? Look how much coal you can find over here. Did you know you can find deep slate versions of ores? So if you want to collect every block, for example, you're going to need to go down in the deep slate and you're going to need to find some. Look, right over here, some deep slate redstone. There's lots of fun new things to be found, and I look forward to seeing the weird combinations of those. But for now, this has been Seed Sunday. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you enjoyed both of these seeds, then don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And in case you're the one person who's like, oh, but won't these seeds not work on Java? You know what, just for you, because here is a Minecraft Java seed where, as you can see by my spawning and not having a bed or respawn anchor, you spawn super close to a village. This is a really good spawn by itself. I mean, who doesn't love a village? But it's just like, yeah, sure, at 1 every 10 or 20 seeds will be like this, but what makes this seed so good for 1.17, and it's not just the fact that 1.17 is in the title. As you can see, I've got this lovely staircase that I made down to an abandoned mineshaft. Abandoned mineshafts are especially good right now because you want glowberries. Again, I don't know why you want glowberries, but we all do. But this is an abandoned mineshaft that, as you can already tell, because it goes into the geode, is also a geode. The geode goes right through the abandoned mineshaft, and the really cool thing about this generation is the abandoned mineshaft just kind of sits on top of it. It's really, really cool and allows you to get all of this new geode stuff, as well as having a village, as well as having an abandoned mineshaft, and that abandoned mineshaft gives you access to glowberries. What are you going to do with some glowberries? You tell me. I mean, there's very exciting things I'm sure that you have in mind. I don't have anything in mind for glowberries, but you might have better ideas than me. You let me know in the comments down below. But for now, I hope you all enjoyed this week's Seed Sunday. Thank you for Cracked Magnet, and to myself for the seed. And also, thank you for watching, because you know, this series couldn't be anything without you. That's a lie. It would still exist if you weren't watching it, but that's a nice thing that I'm saying, because I appreciate you watching it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for every single feature in 1.17 Explained. And also the Let's Play. It's going to be a busy day. It's going to be a busy week, honestly, and I hope you look forward to seeing that on the channel. Goodbye. Oh, I don't think I showed off the seed. There we go.